I just flip the switch, flip, flip. I don't know nobody else that's doing this. Body start to drop, ayy, hit the floor. Now they wanna know me since I hit the top, ayy.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Sagittarius, this is Queen Abelle coming to do your rest of May and June 2020 reading for you guys. All right, so I'm going to do it a little bit different this month. I'm going to actually take out the Astro Intuitive Forecast. I was trying to cut it down, but when I did Leo, I didn't. It still ended up being long as hell. But definitely, we're going to start off. Oh, before I... Okay, we're going to start off with the intuitive forecast, and then we'll jump into your love confetti. Then we'll jump into your charms, then your regular confetti, then your astrology dice, and then your pick a card. Pile 1, Pile 2, and or Pile 3 for your tarot and advice. You can pick any pile that you're drawn to intuitively. Before we start, please go and click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can know when I post videos and updates. And as well, please go like the video so we can get more streams on this video. All right, you guys. So, jumping into the intuitive forecast, I definitely got a message of you guys need to stand up and be brave when it comes to whatever situation that you're dealing with, or it could be just you confronting your shadow self or things that happened to you in the past, or people, situations, jobs. Maybe it's a situation with your job and you're not standing up in a particular situation, but I definitely got a stand up and be brave. Okay. When I was doing the pre-shuffle for you guys, I noticed that some of you may be dealing with Gemini people, possibly even just Gemini energies, stagnant communication, miscommunication, like a whole bunch of chaos amongst communication, something like that, or just possibly issues with siblings or neighborhood situations, people from your neighborhood groups and stuff like that, even friends. It could be a situation with even friends. But I do get a sense of you guys need to probably stand up because you see some manipulation that's going on, but you need to like see it, recognize it, and like don't stand for it. You know, like you see the manipulation, you take it for what it is. There's no more benefits of the doubt. I do get an energy of like just no more benefits of the doubt. Like, you know, if a person is showing you action, then you go by the action, but you're not going by people's words. I do see that for some of you, you guys are really trying to balance out your health, your love life, your communication. Like, I really feel like if you were the type that used to like be very, very, very verbal and vocal about your belief systems, you're still that, but you probably took a like stood back, maybe because you're dealing with a situation where there's limitations, but there's a energy of you stepping back and kind of like examining how you approach situations, how you speak, how do you communicate, even in your relationships and in your work situations. You guys are becoming more balanced when it comes to work, when it comes to how you, if you're not working, you're getting an idea of what you want to do or how you want to pursue your career or what you want to do. Like, there's a lot of mental energy here. For some of you, you may even be learning how to balance out alchemy and things like that. I do get a sense of learning to balance and get energies out that's heavy in manipulation, trickster type of energy, because there may be some conflict with a chaotic situation or someone that's possibly very immature, especially in love. Definitely, I do get that for some of you, you are trying to adjust to everyday life when it comes to incorporating your creativity. For some of you that have children, dealing with your children, how are you going to do your creative endeavors, work, deal with your children, make money, things like that. That is coming up. For some of you, you're receiving a lot of signs and synchronicities. I do get a lot of just mental stimulation with you guys. And for some of you, you are really trying to balance out like really trying to bring balance to your relationship, how you communicate, to your union. For some of you, you may even be looking to marry or something like that. If you're already married, I think that you are definitely trying to balance out your relationship. I just heard like getting to know each other all over again. Maybe you're getting to know each other on a deeper, more profound spiritual level or something like that. But definitely I do get an energy of things that needed to end in your habits, your day-to-day life with your health. You will be ending those things. Like, you will acknowledge it. Like, if it's something that you haven't ended yet, it's something that you're definitely going to acknowledge, and you're definitely going to take that energy, like transform it in some type of way. Because I do get, even though I'm not doing an astro intuitive forecast, I do get that the energies of the retrograde is heavily affecting you, especially Pluto retrograde. That is heavily affecting you right now. And then when Jupiter goes into retrograde, that's when things are going to start getting interesting for you, because it is something that is going to push you into incorporating things in your day-to-day life that you had not incorporated before. Okay, and it may even be about a struggle, because there is some conflict with it could be a lover, but it could be just more of you being conflicted with yourself on just removing things that you possibly love that you need to let go. Because I do feel like for some of you, you are definitely having like an initiation phase. And you have to be brave when it comes to that, when it comes to this initiation phase. And I'm really thinking more of the lines of just, if you're thinking about getting into a new career, you want to start a channel or something, or put yourself out there, there's some energy where you're going to have to be brave. Maybe it's you not want to be in front of the camera or something like that, but it's something that's being initiated. But I feel like that's you initiating it. Maybe you're incorporating all these things that you want to do in your life, and you feel like you don't have the time or the resources to do it or something like that. But you are still being asked to, like, have faith and, step forward. Because I really do feel like for some of you, you are studying right now. You're learning more about yourself, learning more about everything, even down to like beauty things about beauty, makeup, nails. For men, like, I really feel like you may even be learning how to cut your hair, but it was something that you possibly was scared to do first, and then now you're kind of getting pushed to do it because of current circumstances. All right, you guys. So I hope you guys had a chance to pick these cards. I mean, they'll be right back. Be back when I put them back up. But I'm about to jump into your love confetti. All right. So when I put the love confetti, I definitely got the same. I see that for some of the themes, it was in Leos as well. So maybe you're connecting with a Leo person, or you're experiencing this with a Leo, or they're comforting you as well. But I definitely feel like for some of you, there's definitely a power couple energy. This power couple energy is definitely going to get amplified during the Venus retrograde for you guys, because you guys are increasing your values. Okay. If you're single, I really feel like you are looking to take, looking to find someone that you can basically embody this power couple type of energy. There is a need for someone to stop putting their business out there. This is not for everybody, but if you have been the type of person that has told a couple of people your business, there's a need for you to, especially lower vibrational people, if it's not someone that is currently experiencing and doing the same thing that you're doing, possibly, spiritual, like, you still have to be careful. What you're going through is not for everybody, but it's like you need to stop, like, you're being warned to stop putting your business out there. And it's also like, you need to stop communicating your business, because it's affecting the energies that come in. Okay. For someone, you're taking your relationship to the next level, and it's well received. Okay. Maybe it's you being a power couple, both of you on your spiritual journey. This also could be improve communication between you and your partner, and you are actually aligning with the values, even values that you didn't know that was shared, and you guys are basically it does have a energy of being very spiritual too as well. And that's very interesting because I didn't like my incense. Sorry, you guys. Maybe that was meant for you guys, like, get into lighting incense, smudge sticks, things like that, to help increase the energy that comes in as well, because I usually do that before. And I'm just like, okay, I'm just sitting here. Because, I mean, it helps my energy out, and it definitely clears energy. Get some energy up in there. Okay. But definitely, I do get an energy for the singles out there. If you're trying to attract a significant other, a power couple, you've been working on yourself, you haven't been really focusing on energy of, finding someone, you've been more focused on yourself. I feel the energy of you being blessed with a really financial, successful suitor coming towards you, okay? I definitely get that energy, okay? There is a need for, if you have been the type where you have been shallow in the past, just know that energy is attracting a shallow mate or sustaining a shallow mate. So if you have been shallow and then you're in a relationship and your relationship is shallow, but you're elevating, but you still kind of have this shallow, kind of like your own limiting beliefs about the person that you want, the person is going to be limiting too. It's kind of like a law of attraction type of thing. So just keep that in mind, especially if you're looking for a mate. If you're shallow, then most likely for you to balance out that energy, you need to balance out your energy first, okay? For someone, you've been working a lot lately and you haven't been giving dating energy. There is a need for you to balance out this energy, okay? There's a need for you to create time, and I think this is a perfect time to do so with all this quarantine and social distancing that's going on, because with you doing that, it was just kind of like, you have a little more time on your hand, even though you maybe still be working from home and stuff like that. You don't have travel time, you still have a lot of time now to actually do so. It's just getting creative and trying to figure out how to do so, which was still kind of like a challenge even before the social distancing. I mean, I know that it is, okay? For someone, yeah, that really resonated for someone. It's like the smoke is now coming over here. But definitely someone is recently separated and possibly going through a divorce, and it's complicated. There is a need for you to it's possibly been going on a long time, or longer than you expected, or now it's probably being drawn out a little bit longer because of the whole quarantine situation. There's a need for you to balance out this energy, because you can't dwell on it and you can't let it consume you. It can't be no longer the conversation of your life. I'm getting there's a need for you to balance out this energy, for you to be totally balanced, as well as for you to move forward in your life. All right, you guys, so I'm going to move on to the charms. Also, the love confetti is not for everyone. So, like, if it doesn't resonate, I have other divination tools here for you, for your situation. No biggie. Let me mix these up. All right, you guys. Also, if you haven't subscribed or liked, please go and do so. Also, donate, you guys. The link will be below. Okay. Huh. All right. Okay, so I do get that for some of you, you are definitely trying to initiate more healthier ways of eating. Maybe that's been a struggle for you because you've been like catching yourself eating more fast food. Um, it's funny because it's the fries, but it's probably literally fries that's your issue right now. Because I noticed that came up with a couple of people, not just me, like, fries being the issue topic of discussion. But definitely trying to incorporate healthier eating habits, and you're on the right track. Don't think that you're not on the right track. You're so on the right track. I really feel like for some of you, you're dealing with a situation that is probably a lot of I am getting scandal, even though this is a pirates. I really associate this with people with like that's very selfish, that they kind of like group up on people. They will steal, they're thieves. You're probably dealing with somebody that's possibly a thief or something like that. And also this person may be watching you, okay? So just be mindful of that energy. And make sure you lock your doors and things like that. But for others of you, I really feel like that is an energy of really making sure you keep your energy clear from people that is very deceptive, that is clout chasers, that people that want to steal your energy, that has ill intention when it comes to dealing with you, people that's constantly watching you but not really helping, people that is clocking your image and what you're doing and what you're eating and stuff like that, but not really doing that from themselves. And just people that's really just very, very just toxic. I really feel like you're acknowledging that energy and you see it. That's probably where I see the manipulation came from in the intuitive forecast. Because I really feel like whatever you're doing, you're trying to boss up your image, okay? For some of you, you could be valuing, wanting more possessions, wanting more shoes, wanting more clothes, more designer. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong for, with upping your game or upping your, because it makes you feel good. It's nothing wrong with it. Because I really feel like whatever toxic situation this is, I do get an energy that it was draining you. It could have been something that was very strange or something that was like, experiment, so to speak. Or maybe this could be just how you feel about the coronavirus. I mean, I'm just going to be honest, like this could be how you feel about that, just something that drains you, that you're not, because it was turned over. And I really feel like whatever it was that was draining you, you're not letting it drain you no more. And you're on the right track in doing so. I do feel energy of you guys are still planning trips. You're still, even though you may not travel right away, you still have the energy of planning your trips and doing what you're doing. There's still some energy of just planning. I really feel there's some strong subconscious energy here. Okay, there's some strong subconscious energy. There is some energy that's very, very hopeful as well. And getting clearing out the air, clearing out the BS, clearing out. The only thing is with that fan is it's a see-through fan. So some of you may feel like even though you're clearing energy, you're trying, you may feel like, things are slow, stagnant. Just know that it's kind of like that for everybody and everyone's situation. It's not just you. And you just got to be patient with the process and know that there is some things, because I do see an awakening here. I do feel some strong subconscious energy. some very clever energy, and I really feel like you guys are really getting out of your head, especially if it's a situation with family, or just even just how you feel about yourself, your body, your things like that. If it has nothing to do with family, you're getting out of your head about it. It's a strong perspective change here. The only thing is like, you have been thinking that you should learn more about anything. You need to take the time to do that, because I really feel like for some of you, you may have thought that you wanted to learn more about something, but you haven't taken the time or put the initiative in to do so. You need to take the time to do that, because you're very clever. You see things from a different perspective, where you obtain different knowledge. Like, someone else can watch the same thing and they will get something totally different, or they'll get the message that everyone else got and you see something that's totally different. But you'll only see that if you are knowledgeable about other things, and you got to do what you're drawn to. You have to watch what you're drawn to. I really feel like for some of you, there's a situation where you possibly, this funny because this came out with the same thing with Leo. There is something like in the same spot. It's kind of crazy, but it's like letting go this persona. This could be actually a person, but this could be also a persona too. Like, if you've been like, and I think that came up in an intuitive forecast, like, if you've been the type that's quick to like, react a certain way verbally or even physically, or defend yourself in certain ways that you can't defend yourself in that way right now, or maybe you're dealing with a different thing. Maybe you're dealing with court, maybe you're dealing with corporate, maybe you're dealing with something like that where you can't just go and fight and argue with the boss. Like, so you're changing your perspective on the persona that you put out there, which is very, very enlightening, because I really feel like even though you're changing this persona, you're no longer keeping a straight face for whatever situation this is, whether it has something to do with children, your career, entertainment, the entertainment you receive, the entertainment industry. You're no longer keeping a straight face for this, whatever the situation is. For someone, you may be, dealing with issues with a child, or this could be a Leo child. This also could be helping someone else through some issues as well. People looking to you for advice. People looking to you. This could be also maybe you're helping a Leo person with like childhood problems or something like that. Yeah, there's an energy like you have to play your cards right, like you have the cards, but you have to play your cards right in the situation. Play your cards right when it comes to your day-to-day life. Play your cards right when it comes to your job. Like, it's a need for you to crack down right now on yourself. Like, I really do get an energy of cracking down on yourself, because there is some probably BS that was like draining you or something, or people that possibly even stolen from you, or just created this like, chaotic type of energy into your life. But your elevation and your subconscious energy is strong. Like, your analytical energy is strong. The way you think, the way you, your third eye is popping, everything is very, very, very strong. But even with the third eye, there is a need for you to learn how to cleanse others' energy off of your third eye, and I was drawn to like do that. So maybe you guys need to smudge more. Actually, let me go put that out. Sorry about that. Yeah, but I do feel an energy also of you guys needing to balance out your feminine energies, okay? It's funny, I thought that this was like charging the whole time and it wasn't. Balancing out your feminine energies. Maybe there's too much feminine energy. Maybe you are catching yourself balancing. You know, you have to have the masculine and the feminine. Maybe you're dealing with a partner that likes to have, you know, or a relationship that is, there is a clear define in the roles, like I'm masculine, you're feminine, and clearly there needs to be a balance with both individuals. So maybe you're dealing with that particular situation or something like that where you're being more vocal about it, and it's not more of, you know, you trying to take over the relationship. It's more of you finding the balance, you know, with yourself. And for those that don't apply to, I really feel like there's just a need for you to balance out your masculine and feminine energies. Some of you have a connection with Native American tribes or Native American culture. Okay, so you might want to look into that, and maybe you'll resonate with it. I think that honestly, for some people, it may not even be this lifetime. It probably is previous lifetime. So just, you know, just do your research. Like I always research, I try to research each culture in its own time, you know? Like I research all the cultures, all the religions and stuff like that, and there's always a common ground with everything, like, you know, honestly, like a common ground, like a common goal, common beliefs. It's certain things that's going to resonate with your soul. So just, you know, it's no harm to research, because I really feel like, you know, your angels are guiding you because you have been through a lot. I really feel like you've been through a lot, and you feel like, you know, there is, you know, not enough, like, you know, harvesting of, you know, like your work. Like you done thrive, you done been in these intense conditions, you have put all this effort and work into it, and it's still like, you know, more, you know, like you have to do more, you know, especially when you're going through like spiritual awakenings and stuff like that. Like no one tells you that they talk about the spiritual awakening like it's a one-stop shop. And I can tell you the cycles is plentiful. You know, it's like you learn something, and sometimes what you thought you knew, you didn't know there. And it's not even like you were wrong the first time. It's just your perspective change, or there's a deeper perception or something like that goes along with it. And it's like never ending. I really feel like for some of you, you may even be experiencing back pain, because we do have the cobra snake there, which is the Kundalini awakening, you know. So there's definitely a need for you to have ritual and practices and things like that, cleansings and spiritual cleansings. And I love one of my followers. She's always she's very creative when it comes to, you know, the things that she creates. And, you know, she's going to create a water for herself with Florida water and some other things that's mixed in there. So it's like, you know, those type of things, using your intuition along with the resources and the tools that's already provided there for you, is what's going to help you cleanse the energy and ground yourself and get yourself, you know, back to where you need to be, because you are a unique individual with a unique code, a unique DNA code, like, you know. And then when you think about past lives and things like that, and if you're interested in, like, you know, even getting an insight on what the things that you need to clear so you can actually ascend, you want to look into your south node. And how you look into your south node is like, you know, you'll go on your chart, and sometimes it won't say the south node, but it'll say like the true node. And the true node is like, you know, your north node. And what you do is the south node is opposition to the true node. Okay, so whatever that is, like it's totally the opposite sign that's on the other side. So just think of it like that, and you can just Google it. You can actually put your true node in there and say, what's my south node? Or put your north node in and say, what's my south node? And it will come up, and it will tell you the things that you need to clear. And you'll notice it's things that you possibly done in the past and stuff, but you need to clear those things so you can properly ascend. Just a little tippy tip. But definitely you guys may be Also connected to, turtles. There's a lot of wisdom here. We have the turtle here. There's a need for you to balance this. I just see a need to balance, balance out your energies. For some of you, you are seeking romance. You're trying to balance out, you're trying to have this super romantic, thing, because we have the Eiffel Tower here, and we have the necklace here. We have number one mom here, but it's turned over. So I really just feel a strong energy, and we have engagement. Possibly someone could be getting engaged by the Eiffel Tower, or just getting engaged, period. Maybe your plans of going to Paris had got canceled, and you're going to get engaged. But I definitely feel like there is some sweeping off of the feet, like, or wanting to sweep somebody, or somebody wanting to sweep you off your feet. I do get some energy also of, if you're not in that particular situation, wanting to be swept off your feet and clearing your energy so this energy can allow to come in. But I do just feel like a strong balancing, trying to balance out your finances, balance out what you want to possess, what you want to come into your life, like trying to balance that travel, the money, the engagement, the wedding, the being a good mom, the perfect mom, or the perfect parent. We also have the upper heart chakra here. There's a need just for you to balance out this energy and kind of surrender, stand up, be brave, and surrender to the process. Because sometimes, people don't tell you, when you go through spiritual awakenings, you'll have a lot of physical pains, but that's because you need to balance out your chakras, and you have to be knowledgeable of the chakras, because sometimes when you seek certain things, it comes in different ways, so you have to be very knowledgeable with that. And I do see, it's funny that I'm saying, because I do get that you guys are learning how to do that. Like, there's a lot of learning lessons here. There's a lot of, learning about relationships, learning about, for some of you, trying to balance out maybe even a court situation or something like that. You're learning more. It's like, you're just trying to balance out every area of your life. Okay, so I do get, for some of you, you are getting into the entertainment industry, or you're trying to transform your career. For some of you, this is transforming with a Leo person, because we do have Leo, but it's not turned over. So I really don't feel like this energy is someone leaving. I do get a sense, it could be someone leaving and like being on good graces with them leaving. But I feel like this is a strong transformative energy where there's some growth, growth, and because we have the Wheel of Fortune here as well. Leo is also the entertainment industry, so I really feel like for some of you, got me rubbing my leg now. For some of you, you're really trying, like, the cycle is turning, and you are transforming either a relationship with a Leo person. This also could be just transforming your career, or even both. Okay, this could be trying to transform and stop certain behaviors, because we do have the stop here, but I really feel like this you stopping certain behaviors, because we also have the devil here as well. For some of you, you are ending something with a Taurus person, but this also could be ending something because this person won't spiritually elevate. This also could be you ending old belief systems and values as well as what you used to value and possess is changing. We have a well-behaved woman rarely makes history. It's turned over in reverse. I really feel like this is what the whole stand up and be brave, in the intuitive forecast. I think that's what I said. I don't know. Sometimes stuff comes through. You just have to say it. But it's like, I really feel like if there's something that you want to stand up, be brave, advocate for, stand up for your beliefs and stuff like that, and you have been stagnant because you're worried about who's going to cheer you on or what people's going to think, I really feel like you need to let go of these old belief systems, which is probably why it was right by the Taurus symbol. You need to let that go, okay? Because you will have support in your belief systems. You will have support with your learning, your travels. You will have support in the areas that you need to have support in to support you while you are pursuing these things. Some of you are possibly even mediums or has been channeling, because we do have the ghosts here. We also, this could be old ghosts from the past coming to haunt you. Things from the past coming to haunt you, things coming up from the past or things like that. Or it's funny because I'm just getting a strong just channeling. Maybe you're just channeling. It's crazy. It just got hot. So weird. Okay. So I do get an energy of you guys. Okay. So we do have the ego here. There's a lot going on, or a lot of probably beliefs about what's going on in the government. Maybe this is affecting you directly or indirectly. This also, that goes also, I just got another message. This could be ghosts or situations of the past that was supposed to have left that's coming to resurface, and it has something to do with history. Okay? But yeah, something to do with history. We have the government here. Maybe this is ideals about the government. Maybe it's ideals about the American people. Because I do, when I look at this ego, maybe you get a different meaning. Of course, any charm that's out here, if you get a meaning for it, go with your meaning, or, in-depth meaning for it, of course. But I always think of the eagle scrolls on the government. So I always think of government when I see this eagle. But it was actually turned in reverse, which is making me feel like a dismantling, or wanting the government to be dismantled or something like that. Something along those lines. But I do feel like for some of you, you are learning how to connect the pieces when it comes to certain things, when it comes to the world, when it comes to how the system functions, how, and it's not even probably the system of the government. It could just be any corporate thing or any legal thing, or even how the media work, news work. It's one thing to say how it functions, but to actually find out how it functions is a totally different thing. And I really feel like you guys are connecting pieces with things that's very significant to you for whatever situation or whatever you're inquiring about. But I really just feel like you guys are learning how to connect the pieces, especially when it comes to getting rid of things that's toxic, or being aware of toxic traits, okay? Like, this trait leads into this, or even like, okay, for instance, like even with astrology, some astrologers take historical moments throughout history, and when the alignments come up, they compare it, and thus far it has been very, very accurate. Like this whole thing being, I'm so sorry, you guys. I think I was talking too much. My bad. Like, I think I was saying too much information or something. Spirit had to cut me off. But definitely, I just feel like you guys are really using your discernment, seeing things before, learning how to connect the dots, learning how to compare and learn from your mistakes with situations, okay? Really being concerned of how you react in situations, and come at it from a different perspective and viewpoint. And I think just I got confirmation from the incense smoke as well. But this also could be in business as well, because I'm really trying not to say what I was gonna say or what I did say, because I was cut off, and I think that's for a reason. For some of you, you will be coming in union with the twin flame. Okay, so if you're single, or some people, are, still just working things out with their twin flame, but I really feel like you're coming into union with a 10th twin flame, possibly embellishing career, advocating for something. You guys are connecting with something, and the fact that it's in the 10th house, this lets me know it has something to do with career. It has something to do with the world, maybe even the media, social media, something like that, connecting on different levels. But you guys, some of you will be connecting with a twin flame, whether it's a Capricorn or any other sign for that matter, but it's someone that is very, very career oriented. Okay, there's a need for you to embrace the change. Okay, embrace the change, and know that for karma, with people with karma that's coming to them, they're going to reap what they sow. As so will you reap what you sow. So what you put out there will come back, which I really feel like for some of you, you have really good karma, so it's coming back to you with love and controlling the way you act, and getting rid of toxicity, and connecting the dots, and using your intuition, and connecting the pieces, and using your discernment, and seeing things before it happened, and eliminating the mistakes that could be there. You also could have support with that too. Yeah, because you guys are very, very highly intuitive. You may be coming into other groups of people that are highly intuitive as well. And this is not, I don't think that it's something where it could be like social media and stuff, but I really just feel like you're just going to really start. At first, it's like you seeking out the groups or trying to seek it out, and I get an energy of it being like a magnetic attraction. Like you can easily like be in and behind somebody on a store, in a store, or in front of somebody in the store, and it's like 6 feet between you guys, and then it's like the attraction to what they have on, or symbols that they have on, and they don't know it resonates with you, and they don't know the knowledge you have, and you guys can have some, casual conversation through mass or something like that. It's something like that, but I really feel like it's physical. Because I really feel like for some of you, a lot of the stuff that is going to a lot of stuff that has been coming, I'm trying to think of the words that I'm trying to say. Some of you, whatever has been happening with you possibly has started taking place around Halloween time, okay? A lot of things probably have been taking place around Halloween time. And I really feel like for some of you, it will be a cycle that's commencing. I really feel like something is coming to fruition. Something is changing around. This could be also a lot of spirits. I do feel like for some of you, you have a gift of channeling. Usually Sagittarius are very spiritual people in some form. Yeah, I really do feel like you guys are really meeting some people that you're not gonna know, but it's gonna be people that's gonna be there for the long haul. Some people that's gonna help you iron out things about yourself. Like just give you different changes of perspectives, even when it comes to, and I really just feel like that it's going to be like a celebration type of energy. Because I do feel like you may have not, like, some of you may have felt that you needed, more tools or something like that. And you are gonna notice that you have everything. You have everything mentally, you have everything spiritually for you to move forward, for you to cleanse yourself, for you to, create something or envision something, or connect with the spiritual realm, or you probably have everything right now, because most people have stuff in their kitchen and they don't know it. But it's like, you probably have everything that you need, and you just feel like, you keep researching, and you don't have certain things, and you're gonna figure out that you have a lot, because I really feel like people that may have clout chased in the past, people who have been very manipulative, draining emotionally, even situations that is possibly where you dealt with someone that was very, very, very deceptive. I'm getting like a deceptive type of energy. This could be just someone who was very like a I get a clout chaser, or someone using you, so they have motives, or maybe someone act like they were there for you emotionally and they had different motives. I really feel like, it's kind of, I'm getting the image of like the scales balancing, and it could be just your energy, and it's kind of like, messing with these people or this person, like emotionally, like, because I really feel like you guys are learning how to balance out your emotions, because I really get a strong balancing. I do feel like there's a need for you to be brave to take things to the next level, in whatever aspect of your life. Maybe it's putting yourself out there, putting yourself on the forefront, and not worrying about who's hating, who's, being more using your discernment, keeping yourself away from people that, like, without giving them the benefit of the doubt of them stealing from you or being able to scam you or something like that. Like, you are using your discernment to see these situations, and it's going to be hard for people to get around with you. But in the midst of that, you need to like develop the knowledge that you need, because I really feel like the more knowledge that you have, the more understanding you have, the more discernment you'll use. And I feel like it's going to make everything worthwhile, because I really feel like some of you have been through a lot, and you have been humbled in many different ways, but you have all the cards here, and you're a very clever person, like one of the most. And not only that, you can be the person that also like defend yourself too, but you're learning different ways to defend yourself that's more accurate, that's more that will actually stand, Some of you feel like you may have sacrificed a lot, to get to where you're at. This also could be whatever, like a spiritual awakening, or you've been feeling different ways since since Easter, because sometimes I identify the crucifixion with, Easter and the resurrection and stuff like that. So this could have been since Easter. Maybe something has been transforming in front of your eyes, your deeper understanding. For some of you, you are getting a lot of dreams. You're like getting a lot of signs through your dreams and things like that. For those of you with back problems, you need to just soak, do a detox bath with intentions, with herbs, or you can boil the herbs and pour the water in there. Use oils, stones, take your stones, incense. It's going to get kind of hot now because it's starting to get kind of hot, so I would advise you to do this at nighttime. But it's like, still when you're taking a bath, like, you need to soak, because not even a massage would alleviate the pain, because usually it starts from the base of the spine. So definitely, handle that, because there's a lot of transformation that's happening here, and you guys need to be open to, those for people with back pain and stuff, but you need to be open to receiving, because there's a lot of blessings that's coming in here for you, like a lot of blessings. And it seems to be a lot of like a lot of things that you guys been asking for. If you've been asking for balance in your life, I feel balance is coming in. If you've been asking for self-love is here. If you've been asking for toxicity to be removed, the toxicity is being removed, especially with these retrogrades. If you're asking for the cycles to turn in your favor, the cycles is turning in your favor. There's a need for you to stop, limiting yourself and stop, when sometimes you have to change your perspective and your beliefs, and I really feel like you guys are learning how to do so. All right, you guys, so let's jump into your regular confetti. All right, you guys, so actually a little, confetti, a little lot came out. Okay, so what I'm being definitely drawn to first is the knowledge of self. You guys are gaining the knowledge of self, which is transforming your values, okay? For something that was possibly very strange that was going on in your life, that was conflicting or hindering your value system, this probably started in February, okay? But I think that at that point, it probably started before February, actually. I think at that point, you made a decision that you're not going to let it affect you in a particular way. And it seems like since then, it has been transforming, where it's no longer draining you, okay? Because I do feel like for some of you, you are learning how to relax. And if you don't know how to relax, you will be learning how to relax. For some of you, you may be dealing with anxiety, but I see that there where it may, be a lot of crying and stuff like that with the anxiety. There's a need for you to relax, relax, learn yourself. We do have breathe here. This anxiety could also have something to do with communication. People trying to, people with their belief system, people being very manipulative too. Okay, so there's a need for you to kind of like separate yourself from that energy, because we do have the star energy here with Aquarius. So this lets me know, with the star energy, it could be something that's very, very highly manipulative, something that also have a lot of rules and restrictions around it, because also Aquarius, the previous ruler of Aquarius was Saturn, which is a lot of rules and restrictions, limitations, karma. So the world, so there could be a lot of anxiety about what's going on in the world. This also could be a lot of anxiety. Some of you may even live in New York, because we do have the New York tour bus there, right there. But I really just feel like for someone, this also could be something where you're having an issue or you're having anxiety about a career change or embellishing your career, or how are you going to push forward with your career due to the limitations and the restrictions. Because also right here we have someone is a pro rapper and they're known, okay? And if you do, shout out, donate. But definitely I do feel like and I do get this energy right here as well, because there is also a mic here, and then we have the Leo charm here, which is also like the entertainment industry. But for someone, you are definitely, because that's not for everybody, of course, but I just feel like that could be your creative side, or trying to learn how to communicate, because we do have someone with anxiety here, because we do have the woman crying here. I didn't even notice that at first, but there is a need for you to basically, yeah, I don't know why I just keep getting cut off. It's funny because this Venus retrograde is reminding me of a Mercury retrograde. But definitely I'm getting an energy of you guys needing to learn how to utilize the tools to ground yourself within yourself, like breathing, getting out, in nature or something like that, and also being very resourceful, because we do have limitations and stuff going out, because usually I will always advise getting near water, because I'm a water person. And it's funny because I don't know how to swim, but I'm a water person. Like, I have to, like, for me to completely get rid of, and totally zone, I have to submerge myself in water. And some people can just like meditate, and I'm not that person. I have to be completely submerged in water, and it'll be like a renewal, rebirth. So it's like you got to figure out what type of person that you are. And if you're in a city that does not have a ocean nearby, or even like a lot of trees, and then we have all these limitations and all type of stuff that's going on, there's a need for you to possibly just learn how to connect in your house. Feng shui will help as well, but definitely learning how to ground yourself. And usually what works for me also is smudging incense. Smudging helps clear your energy completely, and restore your energy as well. So you can get back, but you have to also do that with food. You have to do that with, that's why detox baths and things like that is recommended. So learn how to ground yourself in your mental, in the physical, and then you can start getting to the other stuff like sound bowls and meditation music while you're sleeping help as well. But usually I learned with that is that you have to be cleansed, like you have to do a cleansing before doing that. So just keep that in mind as well. Okay, for some of you, you need to clear your child's chakras. Okay, like I used to say, like, just because you're changing and things is changing for you, you're the person that like kind of like, taught your child certain things. So when you start changing, your child will still possibly act up or go through certain things. And they still have the things that you taught them and what other people taught them and what they learned at school. So there's a need for you to start cleansing your child. And the risk with that is if you don't know, if something is going on that you don't know about, it can come to the surface, but you need to know so you can deal with it head on. But that's not everyone's case, but it does happen. Okay, for someone, you have a very supportive dad. When it comes to your family, it seems to me like, for those of you with a very good supportive dad, there's someone that's there that's going to help you with your foundation, that's going to understand your foundation, is going to support your foundation, whether it's in your career, whether it's with your learning, what you're trying to inquire about. Just know that you have that support there, and that's going to be significant for you, for those of you that resonate, because that's not for everybody. There's a need for you to save your money. Okay, I think the reason why the save the money comes up, because I really feel like there's something that's in the near future that you're going to have to play your cards right, where you're going to have to you got to save for your future endeavors, so just put a little saving so you can have. And I really feel like this is for someone who's getting into like the entertainment type of field, like, being in the entertainment field. I'm getting for someone, you have you're healing your mental, healing your perspective, healing areas where there was friendships and probably friendships destroyed and things like that. There is some things that's coming up. I do feel like for some of you who had issues with friends, there is some very supportive people that is coming in for you. And this is gonna basically help heal the situation, because we do have whoever this clout chaser is right here, that possibly could be spying on you, that possibly could be doing, like, I do get some clout chasing there. This friend is not loyal to you. This also could be a Pisces person or someone that's on the Pisces Aquarius cusp. This also could be an Aquarius person. This also could be someone that's very draining emotionally. So there's a need for you to use your discernment when it comes to this friend. And everything is not and for someone, you need to stop being lazy when it comes to your spirituality and healing yourself and stuff like that, because we have the piggy laying on the couch. But I do get that some of you are aware of who this person is, because it's turned over. But it's a need for you to not to give this person chances, or it's a time, like, it's okay to be like, I appreciate the friendship, but I'm in a totally different area now, and now I'm going to move on, and completely protect yourself and make sure that this person is not setting you up or anything like that, because we do have this energy right by it with this person that's a thief. here. So I think that that possibly could be some energy from that too. Also, for someone, you are possibly for those who have been adopted and have issues with their mother. I think this is something that you're healing, okay? Because this mother charm is turned over, and I really feel like this is possibly either you, if you don't have any children, trying to make sure that you are creating a very stable foundation so you can be that best of mom, or this could be you honoring you know, your foster mom or whoever adopted you, honoring them, or you now confronting the past. It's something along those lines, trying to balance out the situation so everything can come, so you can have the romance, the knowledge, the money, the intuition. Like, you're trying to balance out this energy. All right, do I have anything else? All right, so let's move on to the astrology dice. All right. All right. Okay, so definitely I see that you guys are really, really working on your communication, working on because we have the 3 over here, working on how you communicate with your children, communicate with friends, communicate with family, who you communicate with. There's a lot of discernment that I'm getting with that particular dice, because we do have the sun here, and the sun is basically giving me I mean, not the sun, the moon, okay? But because I said the sun, maybe the sun is your sun sign is going to be very significant to you, because we do have Sagittarius over there as well. I don't know if you guys see it, but we have it over there. But definitely I do get an energy of you guys really reflecting on karma, reflecting on the world, reflecting on, because we do have justice, okay? Reflecting on children. I do get a strong children. I do get your career. I do get the entertainment, your creativity, your life purpose. I get a lot of reflecting. I do feel like there's some things that's happening in very, very unpredictable ways, but it's connected to your north node, okay? Your north node is your future, your ambition, your where you're aiming in life, okay? And I do get a lot of energy of you guys balancing out those things. Okay, we do have the first house on this side. There's some strong fifth house energy. Some of you may be dealing with Leos. And it's funny because we do have the Leo here. But you may be dealing with Leos, or the fifth house is very, very significant to you, because there's a lot of fifth house energy that's coming up in this reading. And I just feel like it's a strong, like, balancing. I get a strong balancing. I get a strong just going for what you're passionate about. Trying to balance out those masculine energy, your feminine energy, your fire energy, your water, your emotions, using your discernment. I get a lot of positive energy from this reading. There's just a need for you to be brave when facing it, especially facing your own, your biggest issue, which is yourself. Which is your own anxiety, which is your own learning how to ground. And I just get a strong, just grounding, grounding and being prepared to surrender, to go to the next phase, being prepared to take that leap of faith, being that prepared to let go of that friend that that's not loyal, not giving that benefit of the doubt. I get a lot of strong positive energy, and you guys have a lot of potential here. I do feel like for some of you, your discernment is very, like, kicking in strong, and your intuition is very, very high. And I do get there's some strong transformation here when it comes to your career, and especially if you're in the entertainment industry. There's some cycles that is turning in your favor, and you have to transform with the cycles too. All right, so let's actually jump into your pick a card. All right, so for group 1, for those of you who have chose group 1, you actually chose the peridot. Need some little chips that I have of the peridot. The peridot is a stone with, like, very, very positive power, like have some very, very positive energy. And it's actually like, of course, it's green. So, you know, it's about abundance, but it's also energy and a frequency, like honoring love, honoring the creative. It's actually a gemstone, the birthstone of Leo. Okay. So for some of you, you're connected to a lot of, you know, you may be connected to a Leo, okay, or harnessing that Leo energy, or you just possibly have a Leo in your chart, and that energy comes through. Because when I do my ascendant, you know, you would swear sometimes that I'm the ascendant, and I harness a lot of Leo type of energy. So, you know, that's very interesting. Okay, so let's jump into your cards. Okay, so you guys got the Joker, okay? So the good thing about this Joker that I love is, you know, it's bare knuckle Betty, and she's knocking them out. She KOing that ass, okay? It's the Five of Hearts is behind her in a brass knuckle. You guys are really learning how to, you're a wild card. And the way your perspective changed with certain things, with people who have done you wrong, who left you out in the cold, or, you know, or even just crying over spilled milk, you know, like when in that type of, you know, scenario, you guys are really, really learning how to be ready and learn how to, like, you know, combat this energy, and where you're ultimately coming out number one, but you're definitely a wild card. Okay. And we also have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So I really feel like whatever, you know, and it's funny with the one and the one there, but I just feel like whatever you're going through, there is some energy of some stagnation that was there. And you need to know that you're knocking out obstacles. Your perspective change and your transformational period is still going to ignite whatever that you're going through, you know, especially, you know, something that's spiritual, something that's passionate, something that's you're going for. It's going to definitely ignite it. But I definitely feel like you need to know that there's some cycles and some steps, and that you need to, by you learning these cycles and steps and learning more and more about yourself and having that self-knowledge, that you are that wild card. Okay. You guys got the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. I was just saying that, but not in those words, but I just said that. I recognize that I have chosen fear, and I choose again, and I choose love. You got to change your perspective. You guys got 1111. Your spidey senses are tingling. That discernment is kicking in. Someone is irritated that they cannot have their way with you. Some of you may have picked group 2 too. But it's like, you know, you're the wild card, you know, and you switched up on them. Karmic justice is being served. Very, very interesting. You guys have the unknown that's happening in your outside world. This is also 12 here. This is perspective changes in your outside world. Things is not seen. Things is unexplained, like unexplained knowledge. Secret societies, cults, underworld, underground crime. These are things that you're possibly dealing with in your life. Things that's under that perspective, but it also can be things that's unknown to the masses, that is known to you, is what's making you the wild card. You guys have loyalty in your outside world. Use your discernment. Loyalty to those who reciprocate. Stay loyal to protecting your energy. A negative aspect is loyal to snakes. Okay, you guys got a happy move to a new home or a place of employment is in the works. This move will usher in positive new energy. Your musical love cards, you guys got God's plan. And the lyrics that I chose for that is bad things, bad things. It's it's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish on me. So you had a lot of haters, okay? This could be part of your friends. And you also got Stump. They ain't seen nothing yet. Now it's funny that these are musical love cards, but I have random like songs in there too, and you guys got the random songs out of all the songs. So, definitely this is giving me some energy of people that have wronged you or people who have underestimated you, and you're definitely the wild card, because it's God's plan. And stump is all about stumping on that devil, that negative energy, stumping on it, putting your head on, your foot on it, getting control of it. Your love card, you guys got forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. There was a wedding ring there too in the charms. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. And reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your love life. Okay, for some of you, you are forgiving and learning and releasing old behaviors, habits, patterns of the past, issues that was holding you back, things like that. And this is possibly someone from the past coming in wanting to be engaged if you're single. This also could be if you're temporarily separated from someone and you guys have tried to heal something, you guys could possibly heal it and give your relationship a chance, possibly get engaged. Or this is someone from the past that's coming in with the mindset of trying to marry you right off the back. Like they don't want to waste any time, any chances. They don't want anybody stepping in. They're coming with the ring. All right, you guys. All right, I hope this resonates for you. Please go and I'm sorry, I was getting that together. Please go and subscribe if you haven't already. Like, share this video, as well as go and donate. You guys keep this channel going, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Moving on to group 2. All right, group 2, you guys got the red jasper, learning how to ground that solar plex chakra, learning not how to, balance out, learning how to balance out that fight or flight energy. You're not, you know what? This Venus retrograde is acting like, I'm starting to think all retrogrades is the same. Because this energy is crazy. Like, I have never had something stop so much besides when it's in Mercury retrograde. And we're only in like the shadow period of Venus, but Pluto is in retrograde, so it's like, what the fuck, man? Okay, so, but you guys, group 2, you guys got the red jasper. Okay, so this is all about grounding yourself, trying to find that balance between that flight and flight. Really just use your discernment and pick your battles. Keep yourself grounded. Okay, let's see what cards that you guys got. You guys got the 10 of Pentacles, okay? Definitely, I'm getting a strong manifestation here. Let's see what other cards that you guys got. Okay, so you guys have the Daughter of Pentacles in reverse, which is the same as the Page of Pentacles. In Pentacles, the people in Pentacles, they're really slow moving type of, and it's more of grounding energy. We have a lot of earth here. So you guys may be trying to, maybe waiting to receive messages and things are not going through, things moving hella slow, being hella stagnant, and, just waiting for things that seem to don't be going nowhere. You guys have blessings that's coming in with that. Your hard work is paying off. And you're going to see things manifest, just probably not in the ways that you thought it was going to manifest, but you can recognize it as a manifestation. So just be mindful of that energy. But with the 10 of Pentacles here, this is definitely bringing balance to everything, you know, that you've been trying to manifest. Like, you see some fruitation when it comes to that. It just basically staying grounded and staying humble. I definitely get that energy, like staying grounded, staying humble. Okay, let's see what cards you guys got. You guys got the presence of love will always cast out fear. My fearless freedom lights up the world. You see all this darkness in both cards? There's darkness. Like, you know, like I really feel like you are finding a balance between your sun and your moon. Whether it's your sun and your, you know, your natal moon and your sun, or just between the energies of the sun and the moon. I really feel like you're really finding that balance, or you're trying to find that balance, which is ultimately going to you're going to have heightened intuition. You're going to, you know, be more in control of your emotions. You're going to be control of how you feel, which is ultimately going to keep you grounded. And you're going to be fearless. Okay? So we do have intuitive confirmations in reverse. 999, you may have been thinking that a cycle is not ending, or you've been getting an intuitive confirmation that the cycle is ending, and you feel like, no, it's not ending. Well, it's ending. You know, your intuition is strong. It's showing you things. Don't doubt yourself. You guys got, you're being guided by your ancestors, angels, and Holy Spirit. Very interesting. And not only that, you're possibly dealing with dirty cops, lawyers, or authority figures, okay? And this basically lets me know that that's the energy of, you know, something not ending. Like, you know, like, fuck, you know, like, you think something is ending, and then you find, like, maybe in the past you thought it was ending, it wasn't ending. Or you thought you was getting somewhere, you wasn't getting nowhere. Now things are starting to, you're going to start being grounded. You're focused on yourself. You're focused on what you need to focus on, which is elevating yourself and keeping yourself grounded and keeping, you know, moving forward, which is going to make these things kind of fall in its place. But you're being guided by your ancestors, your angels, and things like that. So, you know, which explains also all this darkness, okay? And this is just dirty authoritative figures. It doesn't have to be dirty cops. It could be dirty cops, but it could be just dirty lawyers, or, you know, just authoritative figures, people using, which explains the charm of learning systems, learning how to connect things together, you know, learning the system that they use against you. Okay, we have manifestations. Good job. In your outside world, high vibrations and visualizations, and, you know, alchemy, affirmations, planetary energies, laws of attractions, doing things with intentions, okay, which is helping you manifest. A negative aspect is speaking negatively, okay. We have also 2-5, you know, I mean 2-5. We have, which is 2-5 is 7, but, you know, like, that's a balancing energy. But we have 2-3, which is giving me an energy of, you know, you guys are manifesting your career, where you want to be, what you're creative in. Like, you know, you're manifesting the life that you want. We have guidance here. This is strong Leo energy. We have 5 and then 19. So the first group has some Leo energy, and you guys have some Leo energy too. I don't know how this resonates for each of you, but maybe it's just 5th house energy if it's not a Leo person, but definitely there's some Leo energy there. You have guidance in your inside world, guidance through signs, guidance through your experience, learning from your mistakes. Maybe this has something to do with children if it's not a Leo person. Learning from your mistakes, reflecting on the past, listening to your higher self, Every experience is a learning experience. The negative aspect is ignoring the signs, the intuition, and the informative information. That's the reason why this was in reverse. Okay, I need some light up in here. All right, and I'm back. I hope that helps. I hope the light doesn't go out. I need to charge my phone. There's a lot going on. Okay, so we also have adjourned in your outside world, pulling back your energy, disconnecting for now, stepping back to come back stronger. Yeah, stepping back to come back stronger. And a negative aspect is to force a stagnant situation. Now that explains the Daughter of Pentacles, okay? There is something, messages moving slow, an outcome moving slow, something that was supposed to manifest, moving slow, something is just moving slow. And it may be hindered by many different things, things probably even on purpose, but I really feel like you are being guided in whatever you're inquiring about, and you just need to balance out your energies, keep yourself grounded, balance out the energies that's coming your way, as well as balancing out the energies in your life, okay? And getting everything on the same accord, the same page, you know? You guys got a new psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. It's funny because there was a lot of studying charms that was out on when I was doing the charms. You guys got frozen. It's funny because it's like the first group, like the songs that you're getting, it has nothing to do with love. But maybe it does. Maybe it's a spiritual thing, and maybe it has something. We have a 5 here too, so I mean 2 5. So maybe it's a Leo energy or something that have to do with the people you love, children, something like that. But it's let it go. Let the storm blaze on. The cold doesn't bother me anyway. You got a little Elsa up in here, you know? That's what happens. I mean, I'm very versatile with my songs. We got Money Bags by Cardi B. You need to let this go. Be grounded to the point where it's not bothering you. Use your discernment, your knowledge when it's time to use it. You become prepared, but you don't let it consume you. Whatever situation, any situation that you're dealing with, and focus on yourself. And for some of you, you're focusing on manifesting. Some of you are dealing with children. Your love life is being affected by children, which makes a lot of sense with all that Leo energy. And then you guys got getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. I like it. All right, group 2, I hope this resonates for you. Please go and subscribe if you haven't already. Go hit the like button so we can get more views on this video. And I love you guys. I don't know why I forgot that in my previous readings, but you know, I have to tell you guys I love you. And it's because how I feel. I've been having a lot of freaking retrograde energy going on here. All right, so let's jump into group 3. All right, group 3, you guys got the adventuring. You guys are really, really, really focusing on manifesting. Seeing I kind of use these. I use these a lot. Focusing on manifesting the abundance, bringing abundance, drawing in abundance, all that type of energy. All right, let's see what cards you guys got. Ooh, you a joker too. You know how to do tricks of the trade. So some of you may have been drawn from group 1 to group 3, or, you know, because they have the joker too. You know how to do tricks. You right on time with everything that you do. You're ahead of your time. You're coming off as royalty. Most definitely. As well as time is kind of on your side. Now, you may not feel like it, but things is working in your favor whether you know it or not. Whether you know it or not. You're flipping the script. You know how to write it like it's your first rodeo. Like it's a comfortable position. Look how she's writing it. Very interesting. You guys got the Two of Wands. Trying to find balance. Trying to figure out your direction. Trying to figure out how you're going to ride this thing, but you're going to ride it in style. That's what you want to do. But some of you are trying to figure out the direction of your spirituality, trying to figure out a direction of a relationship or something that you're very passionate about, that you're trying to bring balance to. But you are the wild card here. You know, your knowledge is the wild card. Your spirituality is a wild card. You know, there's a need for you to surrender. We have the Hangman in reverse. There's something that you're not surrendering with, and the fact that you need to be brave and surrender. And it's not surrender given to the bad guy. It's surrender to yourself. You know that things are not going to work on your timing. Know that things like you're going to, surrender to the higher power. Things is not going to work out in your timing. Maybe it's something that you need to learn, something you need to grow from. Change your perspective. You need to be in this. You need to change your perspective. Okay. When I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. You need to surrender. For some of you, you're trying to bring balance to a relationship or something. But the fact that this was in reverse too, you guys need to surrender. My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. Some of you is really focusing on bringing, we have too many twos. We have the Two of Wands. We have two owls there that look like lovebirds. We have two circles here. Trying to connect. You know what I'm saying? You guys are, some of you are focused on love. I always trust the direction of the universe and know I am being guided. You have to release and let yourself be guided. You have to know that you are protected and your children are protected, okay? Especially if you're dealing with some type of legal situation or distorted communication or something where there's a lot of details in it or something like that. It's your truth. Own it, believe it, breathe it. For some of you, there's something that's possibly happening with you that you're possibly ashamed of, that you possibly don't want people to know. And it's okay. It's not anyone's business. But you have to own it. You have to find a way to own it. You have to find a way to own it. Like there's no, like you can't go through something and then try to hide from it. Like you have to be brave. And you have to own it. Breathe it. Own it. Live it. Breathe it. Stand up. Okay? Because we have enemies in your inside world. Releasing those who wish you harm or ill out of your life, out of your aura, out of your life. Creating boundaries with understanding that these people are vibrating lower. Understand that they're vibrating lower. Vibrate higher, and it's okay for you to let these people go as well. Separating yourself from haters. Okay? A negative aspect is keeping toxic people around, even family and friends. You guys got Sinister. Okay, there's something that's going on because you guys got enemies and Sinister, which is, I don't like the combination of the two. In your inside world, healing traumatic situations, exposure to dark rituals, bad or horrible thoughts from experiences, purging traumatic details, A negative aspect is dwelling on details. That explains this. It's your truth. Own it, live it, breathe it. Because this is something that's heavily like some negative shit. Whatever you're dealing with, it's some negative, dark ass shit. And you got to know that you're not alone. You know, there's certain things like, you know, if I would sit down and tell people my story as of right now, you wouldn't believe it. But it's not gonna stop me from elevating. I refuse. I fucking refuse. But it's still not gonna stop you from elevating. And you need to take that stance. You need to stand up and really take that stance. But you know, this lets me know that this is something that's very, 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 very negative that is in your life, and you need to heal this. You know, heal it, and know that you are protected. You guys have faith and hope, because there is something positive and new on the horizon that you can't see, you can't yet see. Okay? You guys got Lost Without You by Robin Thicke. And Somebody Come Get Her. She dancing like a stripper right away. Somebody's infatuated by you. Or you're infatuated with someone else. And this could be something that's possibly going to usher in some very, very, very positive energy that could possibly even help you get through this, which is, you know, this explains the balance and the twos and the things and the directions and stuff like that. Definitely. Because you have a lot that's going on. And you're going to have someone that helps you balance out these energies. But you're going to have to be open with it too, because there is definitely some guarded energy here because of something negative that you're possibly ashamed of. You guys got to keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. All right, you guys. I love you guys. Please go and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Like this video. And it's crazy because it's not an energy that, because usually when I sound like that, the energy be down. But I notice with you guys, it's more of I can understand and I can relate. And you guys just need to, everybody goes through it. You're not alone. It's just people don't talk about it, but you need to own it, and you need to change the narrative of the story where it's truths, but it's your truth, it's your perspective, because you're dealing with some highly toxic, negative ass shit. And you just know that you do have something on a horizon where someone is infatuated with you, or you're infatuated with someone else, but you need to learn, you know, you need to keep an open mind. All right, you guys, I love you guys. Please go and subscribe to this channel. Please go like, please go and donate. You guys, the link will be below, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Ashe.